welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a video on my top 10 end of the summer favorites. There were so many fragrances I could choose. You guys know spring summer fragrances are my favorites. Spring and summer are my favorite seasons. I've done a bunch of like top summer fragrance videos and all that sort of stuff, but in the end, now that summer is pretty much officially over and fall is beginning, I really racked my brain and took a look at my collection and was trying to see what fragrances did I actually end up wearing the most in like the summer, like throughout the summer in summer 2021. And while there were definitely others, and there's definitely more that are my favorites as well, what did I actually end up reaching for the most sometimes is different than ultimate favorite. Sometimes it's the same, but yeah, these are definitely the top 10 fragrances that I wore the most, I'd say. And we're just gonna get started. So if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe and let's get into it. We're gonna start with the two Hermès fragrances. The first one is Eau de Rhubarbe et Clarat. This is a great one through cutting heat. You'll see most of the vibe is either the days where it was really sunny and hot and humid where I had to cut heat, these kinds of scents that do that very well, or the ones that are just like summer vibes and, you know, they're sunscreeny or that they're just very much a summery fragrance. So that was really the case with this one in the sense that it cuts through heat really beautifully. I love the rhubarb in this. It's really tart, but the dry down of this is musky, and I just think it's such a beautiful combination. I got lucky. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, that I found like the set of this, a little baby one, and the soap at a Marshall's a while ago, and ever since then I've been obsessed. I gave the mini one and the soap to my mom, and she really likes it as well, and she never really likes fragrances like this. Like, she doesn't like rhubarb, and she's not like a super tart citrus person. Like, she likes her citrus mixed in with some florals, and she really liked this as well. I really haven't heard anyone not liking Eau de Rhubarbe et Clarat. I think it's really stunning, and I'm a sucker for a red bottle. I always have been, and I probably always will be, so that one's great. The other one has been Terre d'Hermès Eau de Toilette. I reached for this one throughout the year, honestly, but I think it really was just nice in the spring and summer. I mentioned before that this, in its heart, is, and it's Siage is my favorite Siage, maybe of all time, or at least top 5 best Siages. Like, there's something intoxicating about it. I love smelling this on myself after the bitter orange goes away. So I really do like that one. In my opinion, it is unisex, but definitely been reaching for those two. Then we'll move on to Acqua di Parma, because I think the rest, they're like one per house, but I have two from Acqua di Parma. I think they do a great spring summer fragrance. The first one is a classic, Acqua di Parma's Colonia. It cuts through heat beautifully. It's a barbershoppy fragrance. It's a classic. I'm gonna be spraying all of these. I don't even care. It just makes me happy. Like, this makes me feel calm but happy. It's classy. It does well in heat. It has a lot of notes that I absolutely just fawn over. And I think it's like remained classic without being dated in a really beautiful way. I've reached for this one more than the Colonia, the black one. I forget what it's called now. But I found that just for whatever reason, I've reached for this one more. So I decided to include that one, but I do like the other one as well. And Essenza, that's what it's called. I do like Colonia Essenza. Some days I actually prefer it, but this summer, again, for whatever reason, I've been reaching for that one. And the other Acqua di Parma is Fico di Amalfi. This is the Blue Mediterranean range. I really have been liking this one. It's surprising even for me, because it's definitely got some pretty pronounced fig in there, but I've just reached for it on days where I've, you know, woken up in the morning and just felt groggy or just didn't know what to wear to work. Like I feel like I've worn this to work a whole lot, and I have like a full 150 ml like full size bottle, so it doesn't really show, but I do wear it a lot. It doesn't last the longest, obviously, but it's a nice one to kind of refresh during the day as well. So I've really enjoyed it, and I've been wearing that one a whole lot. All right, now the next one is Sun de Joie by Giorgio Armani. Of course, super summery. This isn't one to cut through heat. So like I was saying, oops, some of these are just like super summery and I get into them, and I really like this one. I think it's a great one that gives you that kind of like beachy floral vibe, but it's not, it even has a sunscreeny vibe, but not as strong as some of my others. Like I haven't felt that into Beach by Bobbi Brown. Even Fire Island by Bond Number 9 that I like even more than Beach. I have worn those for sure, but 9 times out of 10 I would reach for Sun de Joie over those. So I just felt like maybe because it was newer to my collection, but I've really enjoyed wearing it, and I can see myself being like drawn to wearing that one on the really cold days during winter when I just need like a summery boost. Which segue is what I like to do with this fragrance as well. Virgin Island Water by Creed. It's my favorite Creed, at least, that I've ever tried. I've worn this a lot this summer. I'm getting through my decant of it as well, but most of the time I try to kind of alternate because I find that the batches smell different. It's the first time I've ever felt that way of a fragrance, but they definitely do. So yeah, I really have liked it. I do wear this one throughout the winter as well, like I said, because it's just so good and it's so like nice to be transported to summer, but I have been wearing that one a lot. Then I was trying to think, because in all honesty, I've worn almost all, if not all of my Acqua di Colonias, sorry, my 4711s, not my Acqua di Colonias. That's just a range. I've worn pretty much all my 4711s throughout spring and summer. That's the time that I would like to wear them the most. And I couldn't just pick all of them. So I tried to think like which one have I worn the most? And it was between this and another one, and I went with this one. So Pure Breeze of Himalaya. It's in the Acqua Colonia range, but it's one of the intenses, and I really liked this one. I've actually worn it a lot to bed as well. There is a cleanness about it that is musky, but like kind of soapy as well, but very, very light in that way. And I really, really like it. I adore the color. It's just really calming. It reminds me of like summer nights, or like, I guess, early mornings whenever you're going to bed, because I wear this one to bed quite a bit, or after a shower. I love it. Then a beautiful one that I adore, and I'm so glad I have, is Escol de Portofino by Dior. I love the bottle in this. One of my favorite bottles of all time. A great one to cut through heat. I have really, really stopped myself from getting or from hunting down the other 3 or 4 in this cruise collection, and I've just stuck with this one, but I really do like this one. It's very green, like herbal citrus, which might not be for everyone, very unisex, but I think it does great to cut through heat. Then number 9 is La Médiade Cologne. Of course, you can see I've put a good dent into this one by Guerlain. This is a fragrance I wear year round. It's a fragrance I adore, and I'm worried to ever be without. I think it's 100% worth the hype. Whatever you've heard about it, good, is true. I am definitely a believer, and spring and summer are my favorite times to wear this, but I do wear it year round because it's that good of a fragrance. And finally, last but not least, the fragrance I have for sure worn the most, and the most often, like day after day this summer, has been Sun Delight by Jill Sander. Not only because obviously it's good, but this is the fragrance you guys might know I took away with me to Portugal. It was almost full when I took it, so that's the kind of dent you get in just a little to over 2 weeks. because I'm a crazy person, and you can see that if I commit to a fragrance, I do spray a lot. A lot. So I really liked it. Now it will forever remind me of the summer. Like, even just smelling it out of the bottle, I'm transported, and that's what I love most about traveling and fragrances like this. Oh, this is just my trip in a scent for me. So yeah, loved that one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, first of all, which one of these you've tried or that you'd like to try, but also what fragrances you guys have been wearing the most this summer. I'm so sad that it's coming to an end, or that it's over now basically, but it's been a good one. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.